This book is called My Name is Celia. We've read this book in class once before. Do you guys remember what it's about? Think about that. Do you remember what we learned from this book? Let's get started. It's got some beautiful colors in it, doesn't it? Sugar, my voice is strong, smooth and sweet. I will make you feel like dancing. Close your eyes and listen. My voice feels like skipping on cool, wet sand, like running under a waterfall, like rolling down a hill. My voice climbs and rocks and dips and flips with the sounds of congas beating on trumpets blaring. Boom, 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 beat the congas. Clap, 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 go the hands. Shake, 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 go the hips. I am the queen of salsa, and I invite you to come dance with me. So do you remember salsa is a type of dancing? It's a type of music that you can do. She's got a lot of feelings associated with her music, doesn't she? Open your eyes. My costumes are as colorful as my music, with ruffles, beads, sparkles, and feathers. They shimmer and shake as I move my graceful arms and legs to the beat of the tropics and the rhythm of my heart. In my mind, I carry the place that I am from and the places that I have been. When I sing, memories of my childhood come back to me, spilling into my songs. I was born in Cuba, an island in the middle of the Caribbean Sea. My Cuba city was the city of Havana. Our family had a warm kitchen filled with the voices of women and men, grandparents, brothers, sisters, cousins, and friends. We ate rice and beans and bananas and filled our bellies with love and warm coffee, with milk and lots of sugar. In the evenings, I would help my mother put the younger children to sleep by singing them soothing, sweet lullabies. I think that would be quite nice to be sang a lullaby to go to sleep. My father worked long and hard on the railroad, but loved coming home to us each day. He would sit in the backyard and sing with us. He gave us the gift of his music and filled our hearts with hope. Sometimes, when I would sing with my father, the neighbors would hear the sound of my voice and walk over to listen to my melodies. We may have been poor, but music cost nothing, and it brought joy to us all. Remember how we talked about that? Music is free. You don't have to buy anything to have that joy. You can just sing and sing. She looks like she feels very comfortable here in her father's arms. What a great memory. My papa wanted me to become a school teacher, such an important job. At school, I learned and I grew. I studied history and art, mathematics, science, and even music. I did well in school and I loved to sing. When I sang, my body would fill with the rhythms of Africa and mix with the Spanish sounds of my Cuban mother tongue. Finally, one of my favorite teachers took my two hands and said, "Go out in the world and sing, my child. You will be known across the land. Your voice is a gift from above and must ring sweet in the ears of our people." So she had a teacher encourage her to sing. Do you suppose you remember if she sings when she grows up, if that's the job that she chooses? My cousin Ninita and I would travel far on the bus so I could have a chance to sing in competitions. Ooh, competitions, remember that big word. That's when you're competing to win something. Even though some people would not let me sing in their contests because of the color of my skin, I did not let this stop me from making my voice heard. I promised myself that I would keep singing and studying no matter what. Celia was very determined, wasn't she? I was still a young woman when a revolution began in my country. Like many others, I left my Cuba forever. First, I traveled to Mexico, and then I traveled to the United States with my husband, the trumpeter Pedro Knight, and our musical group, Sonora Matancera. So, in her family with her husband, it sounds like they both have a musical background. It sounds like she does the singing and he plays a trumpet. It's kind of exciting. New York, my new home with the lights and people, a blend of many cultures and traditions. From my windows, I saw lights and I heard the music, and I was the light and the music. Through my Though I left my island and became a United States citizen, I carried my people in my heart. My songs were a gift to all of the Cubans who left their islands and all of the children of the Americas. Boom, 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 the sounds of the congas and the trumpet returned to me. So even though she moved far away from where she lived, she was able to bring her culture with her, the things that her people like to do, to share them. And she talks about how in New York City it's like a big blending pot. There are lots of different cultures in New York, lots of different kinds of people, and different things to learn about. Because everybody does things a little bit differently, don't they? Miami, my home away from home. One day in a restaurant, a young waiter asked me if I wanted sugar in my coffee. Sugar? I said. How could he even ask? I'm Cuban. Yes, with sugar. And then I sipped my sweet, milky sweetness, and I was brought back into my mother's kitchen with my friends and my family. From that point on, I walked out on stage and I would sing and simply say, sugar, and they would know exactly what I meant. Home and love and lots of kisses, and the audience would bring their hands together and welcome me. So they clapped and clapped. So it sounds like sugar in their coffee was a tradition with their family. That was something they did a lot at home. And it also sounds like she went from New York to Miami, and that's a completely different state and a completely different climate. I sang with my friends Tito and Johnny and Willie, and people loved our music. Together we brought a new music to the Americas, salsa, a music that blended rock with rumba, mambo, and jazz. People loved to dance and swing to our music. Shake, shake, shake went their hips as they laughed and they danced. Teachers and presidents honored me, all because my songs sounded like the waves of the ocean hitting the roof of my mouth, like the streets of Havana, like my mother's kitchen, like a tummy full of beans and rice and bananas, like a cup of warm coffee with sugar. They named me the Queen of Salsa, and I wore that crown proudly. I crossed the borders and broke boundaries because I was a survivor, and no one ever stopped me from singing ever again. My records turned to gold and silver, and streets and stars were given my name. Boom, 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 beat the congas. Clap, 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 go the hands, and shake, 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 go the hips. When we sing together, our words are like smiles flying across the sky. Come dance with me now, my friends, to the beat of the drums and the sound of the trumpets in the tropics. Even when I am gone, my music will live on. Look at all those beautiful colors. So, I think this book is really interesting. I wonder, we talked about it before, but did you notice that there are 2 different kinds of words on the pages? This book also has the words in Spanish. Spanish is a beautiful language. This book is also a nonfiction book. So this is a true story. These things really happened, and there really was a woman named Celia Cruz. And this is what she looked like in real life. Does she look like you thought she would in your mind's eye? They drew her kind of like that. But in real life, she looks like that. So the illustrator had a different way of picturing what Celia Cruz looked like. So nonfiction stories are true stories, things that really happen, and fiction stories are things that are make-believe or pretend. I hope you enjoyed this story.